Welcome back to Yellow Skunk Farms. Quick disclaimer, this is a 21-year-old and up channel, so if you're not 21 years or older, please leave the channel now. Thank you. And as I've been saying forever, the monstera just will not stop. It's never gonna stop. It's just gonna keep getting bigger, bigger. Look at the new shoot getting ready to come on out. See it? That's going to be another ginormous. It's going to shoot out and it's going to come right out through here. That's going to be awesome. It's already all the way over. And we've pulled it back. Even if we didn't pull this back, tie a hemp line, pull it back, that thing would be over here, across the whole pond. We wouldn't be able to. I was going to put a stake there, then I was like, you know what, I'm just going to tie a line back because it just looks better. And as you can tell, I'm a little bit picky when it comes to looks. When it if something ain't right, I'm a little OCD, that's what I mean. I want to make sure it looks right and functions all at the same time. Look at these two guys. What are you guys doing? Scooter, Cooter, Plinko, and Pooter all in the same little group here. Where'd you go, Pooter? You went behind the log there. There you are. Hunting for food. Heat lamp is definitely putting off some heat. And we got the UVB over here. Heat here. So you need them together. That's one thing that you definitely need the heat and the light together. We're trying to mimic the sun there. So we have the light coming from these lights, which is full spectrum. We have the UVB here, we have the heat here. So we're trying to mimic that sun best we can. There is no 100%, but they're working on it. We might get fusion energy one day. You never know. Might be available to us too. You never know. You never know what AI is going to do. Starting to see a little bit of, looks like thrips. Could be thrip damage. We'll just do a little IPM. You can do a little mixture of Country Roots IPM, which has the peppermint in it. I do have some Lost Coast plant therapy as well we can do, which is a good one. Lost Coast plant therapy is just got certified. If you didn't hear, they got the global certification for like the best freaking plant wash on the planet, pretty much. 100% regenerative, organic certified, regenerative certified, all the certifications. And I've had this for, God, as you can tell, years. And I usually use it just outside. And here's what it has: soybean oil, peppermint oil, citric acid, inert ingredients, which is water, soap, alcohol, sodium citrate, organic ingredients, non-GMO. Don't let your kids drink it, but it will not kill you. I've watched Rick, my buddy Rick, on Let's Be Buds, take a shot of it. He said it tastes like peppermint, but other than that, he's still here and with us. He didn't have to go to the hospital or anything. But if you want to use it, really good stuff. Shake well before measuring. Add 2 tablespoons per gallon. Shake sprayer again. Entire plant, use outside on leaves, especially underside leaves. Outdoor use early morning before the heat of the day. That's why I turn the light down. Use low light to spray. Let plants dry thoroughly before turning lights back on. Clones and seeds. I do that. Use low light and spraying. Turning lights down on the indoor use with everything. Doesn't matter. If I'm spraying anything foliar, it comes down. For eliminating mites, thrips, whiteflies, apply every day for 3 to 5 days. That's where I went wrong. I didn't follow the instructions. And you got to hit them every day for 3 to 5 days. It says. I usually go. You might as well just do a whole week. Spray every day for a week, and then as needed. Takes care of powdery mildew. PM, apply every day for 1 to 3 days, then as needed. So it's good stuff. Just got certified. You can spray it all through flower, doesn't matter. They have tested it on bud. They've tested it on just about everything. On the fruit itself, there is zero residual once it goes into the system. It gets broken down and everything does its thing, and once it's tested, it comes back clean. So good for them. I'm happy for them. I kind of always figured that's what was the case, because it has a really good smell, and smell you can usually tell. Smell will tell, let me tell you. If it smells bad, don't do it. Unless some little Asian lady on the side of the street tells you it's okay. It'd be fine, man. You know what I mean? I don't see any damage over here. These look good. Last time I had that major thrip damage on that plant, that little smaller plant that was over here. And I'm probably going to get the same on this one. But I do see some fly dung. That's fly shit. That black stuff right there. And then some little bit of thrip damage here and there. But like I said, we're not shooting for perfection here. I know these plants are going to get that stress is what I'm looking for, really. That little bit of thrip, but not, I don't want overtaking it. This black soldier fly just flew in and landed on the ivy. Been watching him fly around here all morning. But I'm looking for that, a little bit of thrip damage. I think is just fine. Thrip ain't much. It's just going to mine your leaf a little bit. It does affect the photosynthesis of that particular spot on the leaf that it's mined, but it is what it is. I'm not going to drench my plants with Lost Coast plant therapy just because I see a couple of white spots on my plants, because I know I'm not going to get rid of all of them. You know what I mean? In fact, I want some of them here. So it's just a balance thing. I don't want them taken over, but also they're going to be here. They're food for other things. So, like I said, it's a balance. I'm trying to walk a tightrope here, my friends. And it is a tightrope. Every day I come in here, I'm like, what am I going to see next? Like, are my plants going to be destroyed? Like, what's going on? It can keep me up sometimes at night, but here lately I've been, like at the beginning, man, I lost some sleep. Building this thing, I lost some sleep. Trying to figure it out, trying to figure out the water. It was all about wicking that water up on those sidewalls there, getting that water to come into the soil pockets. Look at the photosynthetic. You can see the shrimp down there. We got hundreds of shrimp. You can see the algae is photosynthesizing, creating those air bubbles. So that's photosynthetic algae. Photosynthetic algae. So the more algae I can put into the system, and then, or take out of that creek and put into the soil, the better. That's just food. It's food for the critters. And the science, oh shit, almost slipped. The science behind it, I can't really explain it. You'd have to go a scientist, because I'm not a scientist. I just can tell you what I'm seeing, and then I can take it to a scientist and say, hey, what am I seeing? And they can explain it to me, and then sometimes they can, sometimes they can't. This is a system like no other, you know what I mean? That's kind of what I was shooting for, something that I could really document and show exactly what's happening with videos, not just, you know, me talking out my ass on what's going on, because I really don't know exactly what's going on. I know the basics. That's why I taught myself, you know, I educated myself on the basics a lot. And I'm still, and it's a never-ending thing. It's always going to be a learning experience. And that's what's cool about it. You know, it never stops. It's always something to learn, always something different to see. Like when I flip the lights to the red, add a little red to the light, the algae does not grow as well. And that's just, you know, I can't explain that. The algae doesn't like the red light. It likes this cool white though, and that blue. Loves it. Gives me a lot of this algae to put into the soil. So I just take it and put it just underneath that mulch layer. And the worms will do the rest. The worms will come up and bring it down and take it down into the soil, move it around, poop out the worm castings, and voila, we'll have this available to the plants. Cycling nutrients is all we're doing. Cycling nutrients. Taking waste and turning it into gold. All these roots, got that algae attached to them, and that algae is photosynthesizing and actually keeping just underneath the algae. That is a white root. I mean, it is clean, like underneath that algae. It's like the algae's got a protected layer over it. You can see, look. You know how white that root is. The algae isn't over it yet. And that's roots from this bamboo, lucky bamboo here. And I'm letting it. I pulled them up out of the grass. I mean, out of the sand, silt, and clay bottom here, just to let them help clean the water for us. The more roots we get, the cleaner the water will be before it gets back to the pond. So remember, this is our filtration box. The creek is our filtration. So it's the only we don't have a filter box like most aquariums or anything like that, you know, have filter boxes for their indoor aquarium. We use the creek. The creek filters out that flowing water. A lot of times, you know, you put a pump in a fish tank, pump that water out, goes down into a saltwater fish tank. Most freshwater, you just hang a filter box on the back and filter the water through these little filter pads here. Slide those down into the filter box, and then that filters through the water. You put biochar in the bag there. Slide that into the box on the back of your aquarium, and that's what cleans your water. That charcoal. Well, we do the same with the sand, silt, and clay. Throw some bags in there, the Chemi Pure bag in there, and then clean the water as it flows through the creek. So we have a lot more surface area for bacteria and biology to clean the water before it gets back to the pond. So we put the pump over there in the back, pump out water. By the time it gets back to the pond, it is cleaned. All the fish poo's been removed, all the waste. And it gets back to the fish pond, she is ready to rock. What do you think, Pooter? You love it down there. It's just as bright gold as you can be. And everything. I haven't lost a fish in a long time. Or if I have, I don't know it, because the turtle, Cooter and Scooter will eat the dead. They're really good at cleaning up everything if it dies. Or when it dies. I mean, fish die. They don't live forever, especially those little minnows. Now, Pooter there, he got good 3 to 5, maybe 5 to 7 in him. The turtles, they outlive me. And let's talk a little bit about this here. We're still, you can see the pond is still drying, but getting that good color to it. You can see it's starting to get that color change, and that's what we're waiting on. Around the edges is expected because it's a lot thicker through there, but once this dries all the way, I mean, I'm good to walk on it now. But still got to wait for that color to change, just like it'll look like that there. See how deeper the color is? That lets us know that we can see it's still some drying over there. Down there, down there. Could take, you know, we're humid as hell in here, so could take weeks. And that's why we just do it a little at a time. Little, let dry, come back, do a couple layers, hit it again, let that dry, do a couple more layers, boom. This ensures that we get the cure on that concrete correct. It has to be cured. And this just takes time. When we rush, we will fail. So now you can see yesterday. So we have all of this is in. See, we have this set in. You can see it, but all of this here is not set in. So this is the new layer we put in yesterday. So today we'll come in, we'll crete this in from the back side. Boom, 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 boom. You can see that we've created in from the back side to give us that look. This was done on the inside, but that's where our soil is going to come up to. So about right here on that rock there is where the creek will start. And the water will come down, it'll go boosh. I'm thinking boom, 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 enter the creek, come on around. Yeah, let's do a couple little zigzag, you know, put a little thing here, then we'll just kind of bend it over right here, turn it, and back into the pond. May even come out just a little bit more right here. As long as we have that rock foundation there, that's 2 deep. That's the E horizon. That is a good 4 to 5 inches thick. We're going to come back with, we're going to come over with that clay. You see the clay? We're going to have a nice thin layer of clay come across all of this that you see, just like over here. Let me show you how fertile that clay is. Growing. So that is a good, now you don't want organic matter. That's organic matter. This is organic matter. We don't want organic matter past this point. So the clay, the soil is going to sit on top of this. Boom. So we already have roots, living roots. We know we have biology down in this clay layer here, which is a great thing to have, because now we know we have life down here at the bottom layer, sitting right on top of this E horizon. Okay, so now we're starting to mix in to the A horizon. The A is the mixture of sand, silt, clay, and organic matter, soil basically. That will fill all the way up to about where the creek comes in, just like over here, and then bring that sand, silt, this same stuff right here into the creek. Same biologies that's down here is up here. But when you take a little bit of that sand and silt, put it into the creek, extend it up out of the creek into the soil top layer, the worms love it. They eat up all that organic matter. They eat up. There's no organic. Remember, we remove the organic matter from the bottom, but we leave it in on the top because that's the food source for the worms. But we don't want that organic matter down here at the bottom, because that goes anaerobic. And that's the trick. We got to keep things from going anaerobic. If you're familiar with an earth box or an autopot or anything like that, same principle. Separate soil from water, but allow roots to get to that water. When we add biology to it, game over. Once these roots get to that point, once they tap in, which these have, they've been here for 8, this is day 8, so they have grown since they've been in here. Now that they're starting to grow, and once they get going good, they will take off. I mean, I'm starting to see it now. I'm starting to see the branches start to show, start to come. Got that lime green at the top, that new growth color coming out. We're going to find out. We've already sent our tests off, so we'll find out whether we have male or female. So as soon as I find out that I have male and female, the males I'm going to leave in for a little while because I want them to grow. I want them to push in those exudates down into the soil. This is more about soil, not the plant. I'm not going to replace the plant. What I'm going to do is just let them go, and then when the female starts to, or the male starts to take over, that's when we'll take it out and let those roots that it's developed break back down. Let this plant tap into those old roots, and we'll just manage the one plant. Turn that one plant into a big one. We'll veg as long as we need to. This one over here is looking real good. The branching on that. Then the one next to it, same cultivar, same everything. Not a whole lot of branching. Different color altogether. Smaller, different structure. But same seed, same line. Those are the Deadhead OG, or let me see, those are Luna's raspberry deadhead. Those are raspberry deadheads. That's Deadhead OG times raspberry moon cheese from Luna Whitcomb. And then we've got OK Calyx. That's his Orangeline over there. And we've got some outdoors over here. Those got a little ways to go. We might even have to up pot some of those before we go outside. I was hoping not. Hoping just to take those pots and put them right down into a 30-gallon, or put them out into my 4x4 bed outside. I might show that on a couple of reels one day when it starts to, when spring and summer comes, Spring is almost here, but we frosted last night, so go figure. We're not out of the clear yet, but it's March 24th, I think. So usually about mid-April, I'm pretty good to go outside. So another couple weeks will be good. What do you think, guys? Good to go? All right. Everybody says bye-bye. Until tomorrow, we'll see you on the flip. Peace.